How's it going, everybody? Welcome to week 6 of our discussion starter videos for the Richer Life series. My name's Rene, and I know a lot of you know this story, but in case you don't, when I was almost 4 years old and my little sister was only about a year and a half, our dad died suddenly of cancer. And our mom, who was an immigrant from Europe, she was not yet a citizen, so she couldn't really get a good job here in this country. She was suddenly left a young widow, taking care of 2 little kids, very under-resourced. And for the next 8 years, our little family literally lived under the poverty line. I mean, we were very, very poor. And yet, my sister and I were just talking about this the other day. One of the primary memories that we have of those years is of our own mom's generosity. She had such a generous spirit, especially to other widows and divorced ladies. She was generous with her time, so gracious with her emotions, so empathetic and sympathetic to their plight. They would come over, they would pour out their hearts, she would listen very generously. And you know, she was also generous with our resources. Even though we were getting like powdered milk and rice and beans, these staples from food banks at rescue missions and so forth, she would share cups of food with people who were even worse off than us, even though we didn't have a lot of food ourselves. And one thing that really taught my sister and I is that a spirit of generosity can well up from within you no matter how many resources you may have. And this is super important because just like everybody else, sometimes I get stuck in this mentality that I can't be generous. I don't have enough resources to be generous. I gotta look out for myself first. But really, generosity isn't about our resources. Generosity is about our spirit, right? As we respond to God's grace, we become generous. Of course, Jesus pointed this out. Do you remember the widow's mite story? Jesus saw people bringing their offerings into the temple, and he observed a widow, and he said, she has given from what little she has. And so her gift to the temple's offering is really more profound than the gifts that other people are bringing in out of their wealth. He wasn't, putting down wealthy people at all. He was just saying that the generosity of the widow was remarkable because she demonstrates how living in a spirit of upwelling generosity isn't about our resources, it's about our heart. I want to show you another video that I think will inspire you that another church made about another widow, one of their own church members, a woman named Evelyn. And I want you to watch Evelyn's story, and as you do, watch her face. Listen to what moves her and how she is generous even out of what little she has. And then discuss this inspiring story with your group as you explore the topic of generosity.
How old are you?
97. I'll be 98 in October. I live in a retirement community. And we used to have a bus here to take people to the grocery store twice a week. And they gave that bus up, I don't know why. So a lot of people were stuck around here. Like my neighbor Joyce, who was a very shy person. She said to me, well, if they don't get another bus, they'll find another place for me to live. And she said, I just don't want to go anywhere else. I said, Joyce, I'll get you to the grocery store every week. But I lost my driver's license because somebody thought I was too old. But I didn't have a mark against me at all. I was heartbroken at that. I really was. It made me feel old. It made me feel useless. I am a good driver. I really am. I'm not fearful when I drive, but I'm very careful.
You're a hot rodder?
No.
You drag race a lot?
Well, I drive 65, but I obey the rules, so I went to get it back. You make a promise. It's important for me to to keep that promise if it's possible. And I passed it. I'm on the earth, I'm here. If I can contribute, I should. Shouldn't we all? And not just think of ourselves. It's supposed to get real cold. Like I say, I don't have money to give, but I can give myself and my time. A lot of people in the world who don't have anybody who cares about them. So that's the way I felt. We're asked to love our neighbor, be a friend. That will give you joy. I mean, I don't do this so you think I'm great. I don't even think of that. My daughter says, Mother, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And I'll say, well, okay. And like I say, I do what I please. I wouldn't do anything dangerous, but, you know. How about a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea and a muffin?
Oh, I'm good. No, I'm good. Thank you.
It sounds like a big wasp coming.
Oh, she's trimming. They do the.
She is trimming.
Yeah,
Wow.
they do the yard on Mondays.